Further. Faster.
Oh. So Marvel just released a brand new trailer for the highly anticipated The Marvels, a movie about 3 characters that no one cares about or who the fans have a clear distaste for, and to no one's surprise, it doesn't look very good. Now, I know that you might be thinking to yourself, but Uguay, you're just a toxic MCU fanboy who hates seeing strong women on screen. And to that I say, anyway, the trailer has, a lot of similarities to the first one that we got just a few months ago, not just because of the song choice, or the clear attempt to make Captain Marvel look appealing enough that people might actually go see this thing, but also with, the many dislikes, and the reasoning behind it being, once again, MCU fanboys who hate strong women. Because, it cannot possibly be due to the fact that the film's leading 3 characters are from other projects that no one enjoyed or cared about, or the fact that you've completely failed as a studio to produce a well-made female-led story that actually has us rooting for the main protagonist, that doesn't ruin her character or make us hate her even more with every passing minute. Anyway, I did mention that there was a trailer to talk about, and it looks kind of shit, so let's talk about it, shall we? So the basic premise to take away from this thing, very much like the original teaser, is that every time one of the 3 main characters uses their powers, they all swap places with one another. At the same time, this evil woman who seems to have access to all of these powers or something is out to destroy a bunch of planets, and the trio of strong female characters have to stop her. Could be kind of cool, I guess, but you're going to have to give us, more than that if you expect to put audiences in seats. Oh. Well, hey, at least we have Nick Fury, right?
The Fury I knew was always 3 steps ahead.
The fact that you don't know tells me all I need to know about this new, rather old Nick Fury.
Oh, fuck yeah, I forgot it. But hey, at least we have cute cats, right? Oh. Now, listen, with any new project of any kind, I like to be honest, fair, and, open-minded to possibilities that diverge from what seems like the inevitable. I've seen my fair share of movies where the trailer looked bad, but the movie was actually, pretty good. But I've also seen my fair share where the trailer looked good, but the movie was goddamn awful. But let's not forget that in more cases than one, there's been times where I've watched a trailer or two, and the movie turned out exactly how I expected. And in this one, I'm going to go on a whim and say that the third option is probably the right pick here. And after enduring the entirety of Phase 4, I find myself once again in the midst of another era of Marvel where it's clear that no real progress will be made towards the main narrative, and instead we're just going to get a bunch of new projects that have little to do with one another or telling a good story, and a lot to do with identity politics, and allowing the writers to self-insert who they wish they could be. And with all this in mind, I'm going to say right now that, well, I cannot wait. I can't wait to see the Marvels lose hundreds of millions of dollars, see the studio creatives blame and insult fans once again, see the reviews online from fellow content creators who are just as excited as I am to tear this thing to pieces, and also spend 2 hours of my time in a theatre on opening night with 5 other people in the room wondering where it all went wrong. If there's one project that's been made so far in this new era of Marvel that had no right being made, it's for sure this one. I mean, they always knew they were going to make this thing since they were filming way before Miss Marvel even hit Disney+. Or at least they knew they wanted to make a sequel to Captain Marvel, who was, by the way, the face of Marvel going forward. But when they realised that, well, no one likes her character, they thought they'd go with a different strategy and insert 2 other characters who are just as unbearable as she is from 2 separate shows that no one watched. Nice. I seriously do not know what the studio expects this movie to do at the box office, or how it's going to encourage people to revisit the cinema after what for the majority of people has probably been quite a long time, since we don't exactly live in, exciting times when it comes to entertainment. So unless you're a big fan of movies and try to see as much as you can, which by the way, it takes a lot of courage, and I respect that, you probably have zero reason for seeing this. But who knows, maybe my toxic male outlook will ultimately come back to bite me, and I'll be proven wrong when this movie hits $1 billion at the box office, receives that all-important fresh Rotten Tomatoes score, and has all the male movie critics who thought that this movie would flop, renouncing their male privilege and admitting that, their toxic masculinity was never enough to combat the power of strong women. Anyway, as we wait for that all-important day on November 10th, all I can say for now is, thank you for watching the video, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Won't force you though, of course. And I will see you in the next one very, very soon. Bye!